Alright guys, on first glance you might mistake this for the C-Series of the Mul-t-lock, which is, the patent is long expired, so a lot of guys have copied them. This is, in fact, is a Mighty-lock. A lot of similarities between the Mighty-lock and the Mul-t-lock, obviously. All the dimensions are the same. You got a key card, and it even has the same guts. This locking mechanism's patent expired long ago, so companies like this copy it. The advantage of a Mighty-lock is I got this one off of eBay for $39 plus $7 of something shipping. So roughly about $47. I got the equivalent of a C-Series Mul-t-lock, which is about half price is what the C-Series sells for. These are pin in pin, so it looks like 5 pins, but they're actually outer pin with an inner pin. And the other thing about this one, they have very strong shutters on them. Keep all the weather out, and also it's a pretty good job of keeping that key out too. It rotates 45 degrees and then the shackle will fall out by itself. So very cool locking mechanism. As long as you don't lose your shackle, you should be good to go. It is not spring loaded, so you can't shim it. It's got a mechanical block inside of there. And all of this is identical to the C-Series. There is one difference, and that would be right here. You have an Allen screw in this one. I believe that once we get it picked, pull the key out, pull the shackle out, undo that Allen screw, it looks like the body, the interior will fall out. So maybe if I get it picked, we'll get a look and see what's inside of here. I don't recall ever seeing one of those on the C-Series Mul-t-lock. All right, let's see if we can get it picked. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Get that. And I'm going to need a tensioner. let me try one of these guys from Mr. Q. See if I can get it by the shutter. And there we go. Get it on the right side there. So what I'll do, that ought to work. I'm probably just going to do this one by my hand. I'll use my thumb as a tensioner. Let me zoom in a little bit. And let me find a Sauber pick. Try this guy. Maybe not that one. I'll try the small flag. And what I'm going to do is work him down the top left corner. I'm going to slide him down until I find a binder, and then I'm going to pick the outer pin. So you slide it in there until you feel it, and then you back it off just a hair and make sure you're only picking the outer pins first. Then at some point you're going to get a very deep fault set, and that means you're hung up on those inner pins. So let's see if I can make this happen. All right, so light tension, and these do not like bullying. So slide it in. Feels like the first pin is a binder. Got a little click off of him. Pin 3. Got a little click off of him. And nobody else. So let me go back to pin 3. Give him a little more. Okay, that was pin 1 again. He'd popped up. Now we're on pin 3 again. Got a click off of him. No, 2 clicks off of him. Pin 4. All right. Let's go back and check everybody. There he goes, pin 5. I felt a really slight turn on the core there, but we're not hung up on the inner pins. That was pin 2 again. I got another slight turn on the core. Again, we don't have that deep fault set yet. And now we have a very deep fault set. So we're definitely hung up on some inner pins. Now I'm going to apply heavier tension. And again, slide down until I feel one of those pins blocking the way, and just give them a little nudge. And if nobody's blocking the way, then you have to come back out like I am now and kind of test each of them individually. That was pin 1. Felt a very slight turn on the core, so we have another inner pin in there somewhere. That's 3, 4, and that was 5, and we have, if I can get it without dropping it, we have an open. All right, there we go. What are we at? 5 minutes or so? Not bad for a multi-lock, even though it's not the MT5 Plus, it is a multi-lock. All right, I have pre-positioned this guy. Let's take it out and see what they got inside here. Well, look at there. That does come right out of there. All right, I set him off to the side. There's our shutter lock. And there goes the shutter lock spring. All right, stay with me here. I have never seen the innards before. Okay, there's the locking mechanism itself, the 2 locking pawls, and they do appear spring-loaded. But they only go back a certain amount. Let me grab something to demonstrate here. And then they get stuck right there. So they're not going any further than that unless the key is turned. So let me pull him out. Try not to let that spring launch. And there's why it gets caught up on the actuator on the back of the lock itself. Lock comes out. Oh, what do we got here? I didn't think it would be that easy. Goodness. All right. Let me set him right here. Let me put him back. Let's get a tray. Let me zoom the camera out. I did not expect the lock to disassemble itself as soon as I took the Bible off the top, but that's what we got. Notice we got an anti-drill plate right there where my thumbnail is. We'll jack around with him in a minute. All right, let's see here. What do we got? This is pin 1. All right, so let's do it that way. Let's take this guy up, put him right here, and flip him over like so. Let's do the Bible first, since I don't want to set it down. All right, there's your pin and pin, and this one is serrated. So that explains a little bit of the crunching and the multiple picks. Okay, number 2, also serrated. Looks like all of these are serrated, guys. There's another serrated one, another serrated one, and last one, another serrated one. I don't see any point in pulling the springs out, but there's one in each. No super springs, thank God. There's our anti-drill. Piece of hardened steel. Just set them right there, and I'm going to put this guy right here. Keep everything together. All right. How easy was that? All right, so this would be the front. Chamber 1, we're looking at a standard, 2, standard, 3, standard, 4, standard, and 5, all standard. Nothing weird about this. I didn't expect it. This is straight from Amazon. Let's take a look at these guys. Let me turn them around in the correct orientation. Okay, there's your inner pin. Come on, baby, focus for me. I'm trying to see if it comes out, and I don't believe it does. Nope, these are somehow or another fixed in there. Oh, I lied. There it is. It does come out. I'm not going to disassemble all of them, but, well, you know what? I better. Otherwise, somebody's going to say this is rigged. Come here, you. Come on. And the last one. These inner pins are different lengths, so I got to make sure I keep them in the correct sequence. The upper pins are not. They're all the same. All right, guys, here's what we're looking at. It's going to have a heck of a time getting this dude back together, but an honest-to-goodness clone of a multi-lock pin and pin 5-pinner. They call this the Mul-t-lock, and there's no model number, no package, no nothing. $47. Not bad. Anyway, I appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. Hold on, before you leave, click that subscribe button. And while you're there, click that notification bell as well. If you'd like to be a sponsor, click there, and for $5 a month, you get all kinds of benefits. If that's not enough free stuff, hit the Lock Lab. We've got a self-paced lockpicking course with over a dozen modules at the bottom of the page. Join the tribe. Subscribe.